On this Indigenous Peoples Day, we saw dancing, bright colors, and so much pride on these tiny faces. There was also hope.
My hope is that all Indigenous women and children would have a home.
9-year-old Takori shares that dream with her mom, Barbie Jackson Shields. The wife and mother of 4 passed away 5 years ago from a brain aneurysm. When she was alive, Barbie worked with Future Generations Collaborative to promote healthy families and communities. At the time, her own family was struggling to find housing. Jillian Joseph with Native Wellness Institute remembers.
She was concerned very much with those living on the streets, living without a home. And so we came up with this vision of Barbie's Village, what we call a tiny home village for the Native community. We wanted to keep her legacy and her memory alive.
That legacy will live on this Northeast Portland property, still owned but no longer used by the Presbyterian Church, soon to be gifted to Future Generations Collaborative.
We kind of had this crazy idea. What if we worked toward land back from the Christian American Church to Indigenous folks? There's a lot of history of the American Christian Church. Some of it's good and some of it is not so good, especially when it comes to our Indigenous neighbors.
It's a huge blessing and it's a big honor. You know, I'm kind of speechless about it.
Ken Shields is Barbie's husband. Ken and Barbie, whose dream house will soon be 6 to 10 tiny homes for Native American parents and kids. They'll go where these tents are now. The former church building will house early childhood and family programs.
My hope is to reach out and actually impact lives, you know, try to get people to move forward from their daily struggles, from addiction to, you know, mental health. You know, we want to try to pull people out of those things.
Oh yeah, that's a kid's life.
For many Indigenous people, the contrast between this day and the past is palpable.
Columbus Day was kind of like a slap in the face. You know, we would tend to fast on that day and not eat anything at all. And then now that it's Indigenous Day, of course, you know, we're going to eat and gather and, you know, gather together.
For some, this is just the beginning.
Well, if anybody out there listening would like to give us some land back, we certainly would be open to talking.
A step toward the new world.
I want my 2 girls here to follow in her footsteps.
Barbie could only dream of. Organizers plan to start building playgrounds and implementing children's programs in the next few months. Construction on the tiny homes could start as soon as next summer. We'll share more on fundraising efforts on kgw.com. David.
Yeah, Barbie and Ken, an impactful, meaningful dream there come true. Thank you, Catherine.